Hi, I'm Maya from the latest with Maya. I am so excited to be talking with you.
Hi, Maya. Nice to meet you.
You too. So what about the movie The Burbs inspired you to make a series?
I was so lucky to be brought on by the original producer of the movie, Brian Grazer, and Imagine and Seth MacFarlane from Fuzzy Door, who just loves the movie, and they thought it would be a great series. And when I was brought in, I loved the movie and truly saw how it could still be modern and fresh. And then Kiki was who I wanted from the beginning, so got to, write a script that I hope was worthy of her and create a fun show about a topic we all know about, which is neighbors.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, so did you have any actors in mind as you were creating the script?
Absolutely. Kiki was number one. I wanted her from day one. She is just the best. I've been a huge fan of her for a while, and she hasn't led a TV show since True Jackson VP. So I was excited to kind of craft a role that I was hoping would be worthy for her and one that she would want to do. So I'm so thrilled that she did. And then I got to bring in so many incredible comedic actors. I've worked with Julia Duffy on Palm Royale, and so I really wanted her to come on. And then big fan of Paula and Mark and Kapil and Jack. And so finding them all in these roles and embodying them and making them their own was just such a joy to watch.
Wow, I love that. Yeah, I love everybody in this show.
Me too.
Um, so what are you most excited about for audiences to take away from this series?
I hope everyone has so much fun when they watch it. That was a huge important thing for me is just to infuse it and with fun and for people to have a good time. But I also want to take people to take away that you can found community and found family anywhere, and that we need to always take care of our neighbors and protect our neighborhoods.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So were there any scenes that were particularly challenging to film?
I feel like the most challenging sequence, which was handled so beautifully, was in episode 7, where we have this action sequence through the Victorian. Our stunt coordinator, Dan Brown, worked so closely with our amazing director, Yana Gorskaya, and they just choreographed this intense, amazing, complex scene. And so we made sure all the pieces came together and that safety first always, but our actors, our stunt people, all came together and just did such a fantastic job. And it was hard to get there, but it was so worth it. And I think the expertise put in behind it shows.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. So what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
Definitely, probably the same as this show. A bit of dramedy, a bit of thriller, a bit of mystery, and sometimes horror.
I love that. Yeah. Um, so if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
For me or the show,
For you.
handle with care.
I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or this way up, I guess, are the other ones.
I like those.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you had the opportunity to put a message on a billboard for everyone to see, what would it be?
Look out for your neighbors.
I like that. I'd like to see that billboard.
Me too.
Yeah. So my final question for you is if you could give someone in your life a star on the Walk of Fame, who would it be?
Kiki's got to have hers. She's next. She deserves it. If she,
Oh,
yeah, she absolutely needs to be front and center on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She is a star and a star for the ages.
yeah, I love that. Yeah, well, thank you so much for taking the time to answer my questions.
So nice to talk to you, Maya.
You too. Thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm Maya.
Maya.
Hi, Maya.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm so excited to be talking with you.
Good to
So,
see
So
you
good to
again,
see
Maya.
you.
you too. So what attracted you to the script of The Burbs? Were you a fan of the movie?
I had seen the movie and it kind of creeped me out when I was young. I have a memory, and my wife Janine had the same reaction when we watched it. It like gave us this really weird haunted feeling because it was a weird setting for a horror thing of this bright light suburbia, and it made you kind of look at your own neighborhood and have a weird feeling. But I think we do a nice homage to it. It's like an honoring it, but it's a completely different setup scenario, but it still has that underpinning of that ominous kind of normality to it.
I had not seen The Burbs originally. So then, after this happened, I watched it. And my first question to Celeste, our showrunner, was are there going to be that many explosions? So I was imagining I was going to be on a pyrotechnic set all the time, full of danger and big things, and which are never fun shoot days. And she said, many fewer. And I said, oh, good. And it really did. It has quite a different tone. Plus, plot-wise, it takes off from there.
But it was fun to shoot it where that movie was shot. Good.
Yeah, I mean, I used to when I was a kid, I would go to Blockbuster with my grandpa when he would come to visit me, and so I was a little kid looking at the little VHS tapes of the things, and I vividly remember The Burbs because it was like one of those movies that looked fun on the cover. You know, with the guy holding the thing, with the neighborhood in the back, and I'm like, that looks like my neighborhood, and like weird things happening and could happen in my neighborhood. And I think that just sums up the show. And I also I remember as a kid, I loved that. I loved it. It was so fun. And then now the version that we have done with a whole new universe, completely different story, has all these Easter eggs to the original. But you could be a huge fan of the old one and find a completely new story in this.
Yeah.
If you hadn't watched it, you don't need to.
It's not required.
It's not required.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, so can you relate to your characters in any way?
I can relate to Dana. She's a caretaker. I'm trying to be less of a caretaker in my life when I don't need to be. I'm still a caring person, but I don't need to be a caretaker to everyone's lives. But I can relate to Dana, and I have after my first marriage, I know her loneliness. You know, I can relate to that when she just really, ultimately, we all are kind of lonely in that neighborhood and we're trying to find each other. So that's the things that I can relate to, and wanting to just go, you know, have justice on the bad people. That's how I am too.
Well, I relate because my children grew up and left home. And also, when you've had a family and you've had all that going on in your house, and then you're widowed, your children grow up and leave, you just have to have a family somehow. You have to fill it in. You just have to. People that you can talk to about anything, you can call them at any time. And yet also, one has a secret, and so one has to keep one part of oneself a little away from all of that, and yet needing to have those people around. It's tricky.
I think although like my situation is very different than Naveen's situation, I haven't played a character whose worldview I share with the most than Naveen. I think putting friends and family above everybody else, and how, you know, I have a bunch of bromances with some of my closest friends, and so like in that way, I think I'm a lot like Naveen, and also I can also be emotionally, you know, just a little
Over the top.
over the top. So yeah, that's me / Naveen, same person.
See, I've always had the feeling about Naveen is that you just meet him and he's an absolute mess because of his divorce, and he's just like, I mean, it's so melodramatic. But I kind of imagined him reacting that way to everything that ever goes wrong in his life,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
before his wife
You
left.
have no idea what happened at CVS. You know?
God, I just know the pharmacist hates me now.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta tell you about
Dude,
it.
I could tell him a CVS.
Yeah.
That's how I picture Naveen. It's
Yeah.
not all circumstantial.
Dude, the receipt was so long.
It was so long, dude.
I love that. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer my questions. Paula and Kapil, it was great to see you again, and it was great to meet you, Julia. So thank you.